Now that we've covered the basics of frontline service, we're going to take a look at some special situations. You'll need to know how to handle these when they come up. Waiting on children takes a special knack. Children are very important to Hardee's. Many times they decide where the family will eat. Just like anyone else, children remember where they've been treated well. So service is no less important when your customer is small. Make the child feel just as important as anyone else.
$7 out of $4.
Don't overlook a child in line thinking that he must be with an adult. When taking an order from a child, bend over the counter a bit if necessary so you can hear better.
Come back to Hardee. Hi, welcome to Hardee's. Will you be eating here?
And be patient. A child may not have a lot of experience ordering for himself, and he may be nervous. We don't suggestive sell to children. It may confuse them. When you're assembling an order for a child, remember that children can't carry as much as adults. So make it easy on the child. Making change for children requires special care. If the change in the order appears to be more than the child can handle, put the change in a small bag, fold it closed, and write the word change on the bag, and always put a receipt in the bag. As with any customer, thank the child for coming to Hardee's.
And your change is 73 cents.
We do our best at Hardee's to keep things running smoothly so our customers don't have to wait. But occasionally there are delays, either because of grill orders or because production of sandwiches has hit a snag on the back line. When that happens, explain the delay to your customer. If you have time, chat with him for a moment. If not, wait on your next customer. If the delay exceeds 5 minutes, let your manager know. Also call on your manager if there's a complaint you feel uncomfortable handling. A complaining customer must be handled delicately. Try to show concern without admitting fault. Serving the customer is a team effort. So when you have a free moment, see if there are any other employees who need a hand. And when all waiting customers have been served, go to your backup or secondary assignment. Remember to keep your workstation clean. This is something we do routinely as we work. When dealing with customers, you'll learn not to take it personally when your efforts at suggestive selling are rejected. You'll learn not to let one disagreeable customer ruin your whole day. In time, you'll develop your own style of service. We're not all alike. Each of us has a distinctive personality. So be yourself. So remember, the keys to good service are speed, accuracy, courtesy. Your friendly disposition is important to our customers. There are enough hassles in the world, and we want people to feel they can come to us for a break from all that. So smile, make good eye contact, be personable and professional, and give the customer the same kind of service you'd expect if you were in their place.
Hi, Mara. How you doing today? May I take your order, please?
Jim, you know how people respond to your smile on the front line?
Yes.
Well, when you work the drive-through station, people can't see your smile. They have to hear it.
Hear it?
That's right. A smile can be heard. It comes across loud and clear through the tone of your voice, and that smile is a very big part of our drive-through service. That's why we're out here. I want you to listen to Janet as she greets some customers. Now, once you've heard what the drive-through speaker sounds like, you'll have a better idea of what to do to make your voice come through more clearly. Now, when you talk through the speaker, be sure you speak clearly and distinctly. And remember to keep your microphone open from the very first word to the very last. Think of yourself as a radio DJ. Everything you want to communicate has to come through your voice, except your job is a lot easier than that of a DJ because you have the undivided attention of your audience. Okay, here comes a customer now. Now, remember that we have to greet all drive-through customers within 10 seconds of their driving up.
Okay. Yes, I'd like 1 deluxe, 2 hamburgers, and a small plate.
Did you notice that Janet didn't refer to the customer as sir or ma'am? That's because if you do, you'll often find that you guessed wrong.
Do you have a coupon for that deluxe?
Did you hear that? If there's a coupon promotion going on, find out if the customer has any coupons before you total the order.
Is
Then remember to read the order back to the customer to prevent any confusion or errors. And remember what you learned about suggestive selling. It applies just as much here as it does on the front line. Okay, once the order is taken, then tell the customer the amount due and then ask that they drive up to the window. Okay, let's go inside now and look at the next steps. Okay. Now, while the customer is driving around, start getting his drinks and group them together on the counter. Be careful not to mix them up. Be sure each one is capped and has a straw. Now, just like on the front line, use a carry-out tray for 2 or more drinks, or a bag if that's what the customer asks for. Next, assemble all the food and be sure to include all the right condiments. When the customer pulls up to the window, greet him again and this time show him that smile. Let him see it. Then repeat the amount due and take his money.
Hello, your order comes to $3.70, please.
After you make the change, fold the top of the bag neatly over twice. Hand it to the customer with the Hardee's logo facing them. If there's a receipt in the bag, keep it under the bag and give it to the customer with his order if he asks for it. Service time at the drive-thru is measured from the time the customer drives up to the window until the time he's been given his order. It shouldn't take any longer than 30 seconds. There may be as many as 4 people working the drive-thru station during rushes. With that many people, everybody has to know what's going on if we're going to get anything done. Now, when there are 2 or more people in the drive-thru station, the first person is the cashier and the order taker, and the second person assembles the food and drink. With 3 people, the first person is the order taker, the second is the cashier, and the third assembles the food and drinks. The jobs are even more specific when 4 people are assigned to the drive-thru. The first takes the order, the second gets the drinks, the third assembles the food orders, and the fourth is the cashier. Teamwork is especially important at the drive-thru station, but you've always got to remember the customer. He's the most important person in this transaction, and his needs must be met. If a drive-thru customer gives you a grill order and it's not ready by the time he reaches the serving window, tell him his order is being prepared, collect for the order, and give him his drinks. Now, if it appears that your customer will have to wait longer than 30 seconds and there's a line of cars in back of him, write down the description of the car and ask him to drive to a designated parking space. Explain to him that his order is being prepared and that he's being asked to move so others in line won't have to wait. Now, unless your customer specifically asks you to, don't deliver a partial food order. See, it's always better if a food order is delivered all at once. Once you've asked a customer to wait, make sure he's not forgotten. When his order is ready, assemble it and have it delivered immediately to his car. Now, it's important that the drive-thru station isn't left unattended. If you have to leave for a minute, let me or the manager on duty know. Now, just like when you're working the front line, if you have any slack time, well, go to your backup or secondary assignments. Okay? Now, let's go over some of the main points about the drive-thru station. Greet your customers within 10 seconds of their arrival at the menu board. Never address customers as ma'am or sir when speaking to them through the speaker. You may be wrong. Make sure your smile is heard. Your personality counts. Always collect the money before handing any food or beverages to a customer. When the drive-thru is staffed by more than one person, do your own job. Then help your fellow workers as necessary to speed drive-thru service. Always give the customer straws, napkins, and other condiments with their drive-thru order. And remember, our goal is to serve drive-thru customers within 30 seconds of their arrival at the drive-thru window, even in peak periods. Now, do you think you've got all that?
Yeah, I think so. It's a lot like running the front line.
Yes, it is. And there are a few extra things to keep in mind. And to help you remember, here's a memory jogger for the drive-through service.
Thanks.
Now I want you to work with Janet. She's going to be able to help you and answer any questions you may have.
Okay.
Well, sounds like you got your first drive-through customer.
Well, here goes.
Good luck.
Hi, welcome to Hardee's. May I help you?